Guys, so big question today. It came from one of the lads that I train, one of the gentlemen in the gym, who basically asked me why in my off season this year I got so fat. Now let me clarify a bit for you guys who maybe are new, who maybe don't watch my channel or have only just discovered it, or have only just kind of found me in anything. I spent pretty much the entirety of November to January on what can only be described as a heavy bulk. So much to the extent that I ended up looking like The Rock out of Central Intelligence. Just breathe that one in for a second. Damn. Anyway, the idea of that was that I was going to potentially compete in strongman or wrestling, just hadn't decided on which. Now, the problem I found with that was that I didn't enjoy strongman training. I basically was feeling tired all the time. I was eating non-stop, constantly, felt bloated, felt chubby, felt fat, felt unfit, and it was also having a negative effect on myself personally. I didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel like I could be myself anymore.
Hi Dick. It's 2 seconds, mate. How you doing?
Sometimes when you are training and you feel like you need new stimulus, sometimes you look for a new reason and a new purpose to what you're going to do. Now for me, that purpose has always been how I look. It's always been how big, strong, fast, athletic, professional I am. Okay, it's about building my brand. It's about building not only the body but also the image, and also everything that goes around that. Okay, and building a business. At the end of the day, this is my livelihood. Okay, fitness, personal training is my livelihood. Okay, the YouTube's still new. You know, the Instagram doesn't make any money really because it's Instagram. Instagram is great for getting out there. It's great for pushing out there. And the issue is that when you don't look the part, when you don't look fit, when you don't look like you're active and like you live the lifestyle, people do take notice, and it does negatively affect your brand. Now, one of the things that I've noticed is that people tend to lean towards a certain way. Okay, so even if you're not a professional athlete, even if you're not a competitive bodybuilder, even if you're not a powerlifter, a strongman, people will associate you in the gym with one of those categories. Now, is that right? Is it wrong? Does it help? I honestly don't know. What I would say though is that having a certain marker behind you, so it's being able to say, I am a strongman, I am a powerlifter, I am a bodybuilder, it helps you in terms of getting your image and your brand out there and portraying to people what you're all about. Now, getting back to the point about getting fat to get fit, of course you don't need to get fat to get fit, but what you will notice is that if you get fat to the point where you are probably about 2 or 3% off of abs, okay, I'm not talking about getting a massive belly, I'm not talking about becoming obese. What I'm talking about is a little bit of fat tissue to allow yourself to grow your muscle. Now, it's taken me about 10 weeks to get back to as lean as I was before my bulk. However, I'm also 3 kilos heavier. Now this is after 7 years of training. And what I want you to realise is that I've never in the last 3 or 4 years put that much muscle on a lean bulk. It's always been, I'll put a couple of kilos on here, I'll put a pound on there, I'll gain a little bit, I'll try and stay lean, I'll just try and see what I can put on and just inch on and inch on and inch on. And the problem is it doesn't work. Okay, it might work for you potentially, you know, if you feel like you can stay super lean and put muscle mass on, then good for you. But you're unusual. You are genetic. You're a genetic freak. Okay. You might not even be a genetic freak. You're just a bit unusual. For most guys, especially if you're natural, I'm not talking about if you're using roids here, guys. I'm not talking about if you're injecting. I'm not talking about if you're taking pills. What I'm talking about is if you are a completely natural guy who's never taken steroids, you're going to have to accept it to get a bit bigger. You're going to have to get a bit fatter. Just remember that it's temporary, okay? It's not a permanent thing. It's not a permanent, damn, I'm going to look like a bloody beached whale the entire rest of my life, okay? When you get to summer, you're still going to look damn good. You're still going to look sexy, okay? But you need to plan ahead. What I would say, guys, and this is a piece of advice for you, especially if you're a bit younger, maybe 19, 20, you know, you're just starting out, you're not quite used to training, you maybe have got a year and a half, 2 years under your belt. What I would suggest is you literally from August time, spend a solid 4 months bulking. And by bulking, I mean eating whatever the hell you see. I was having 4 burgers a day, I was having pizzas twice a day, I was having 1,000-calorie protein shakes, I was having this, I was having that, I was drinking 3 gallons of milk a day. Honest. What you need to realise is that you need the calories to get in. And yeah, you might get a little bit of belly chub. You know, you might be a little bit podgy. You might look a little bit like a teddy bear. But at the end result, when you've cut down, you're going to look so goddamn good, it's not going to matter, okay? You're going to look yourself in the mirror and you're going to think, oh my god, what have I just done to myself? Look how good I look, you know, the striations coming out, the biceps coming out, the shoulders. You look at yourself, even your legs are getting bigger, you know, your carbs have gone from 14 to 14.1. Crazy gains, alright? So don't worry about the short term, guys, okay? It's nothing to do, you know, now this year it's too late to put serious mass on before summer, okay? This year, up until July, focus on staying lean. Keep your abs, you know, look good for the honeys, look good for the guys, you know. Whatever you want to look good for, you look good for it, okay? But when August rolls around and the nights start to sort of to fade out, and it starts getting a little bit colder, a little bit cloudier, you know, you're not wearing stringers all the time, you're starting to wear shirts and hoodies again. Start packing on that mass, guys. Plan ahead. Give yourself 6 months, 6 months minimum. Just pound it on, pound it on, pound it on. And that can work naturally. You do not need steroids for that. Of course, if you're on gear, you're going to find that your gains come up so much quicker. Of course you are. That's just the way that the world works. But you'll still be able to make major improvements to both your mind and your body if you just let yourselves go for a couple of months, focus on getting stronger, getting bigger, getting meaner, and getting a little bit fluffier. Remember guys, chubbiness is temporary, but size is permanent. Just Moxon Muscle, Pete Moxon. See you around.